Jill Stein of the Green Party made her decision on who she wants for her vice president. Nina Turner was one of the people that was up for that particular position. I don't know if Jill had finally picked her and asked her if she wanted to be her vice president, or that Nina didn't make the last cut. But Nina wasn't the one that was announced by Jill Stein. Here's News One Now's interview with Nina Turner regarding that situation, and also about the disrespect she was shown at the DNC convention.
So Green Party candidate Jill Stein has made her choice for her VP running mate. His name is Ajamu Baraka. He has fought for human rights for more than 30 years. He has roots with the Black Liberation Movement and was an anti-apartheid and Central American Solidarity struggle activist. Baraka was also the founding executive director of the U.S. Human Rights Network, which seeks to hold the United States to international human rights agreements. Stein made the announcement on yesterday via tweet saying, quote, "Honored to announce human rights champion Ajamu Baraka as my VP running mate." Now, she was considering former Ohio State Senator Nina Turner to be her running mate. She, of course, was a big-time supporter of Senator Bernie Sanders. And in fact, Nina Turner joins us right now on News One Now on TV One. Nina, glad to have you on the show.
Thank you, brother.
She wants you to consider it. How serious were you considering this offer?
Well, it was something that happened over the weekend. It was really quick. And, by Monday I had made my decision. You were at the convention. A lot had went on at that convention. And, I had witnessed a lot with Democrats just over my time in the Democratic Party. And my major goal is to shake things up and to make sure that I continue to stay a reformer. So, I did give it some thought, but I have been a lifelong Democrat, not because of a party apparatus, but because of the principles and the values. And I do believe that I can still continue to fight within that party, even though I've been disappointed over the years.
All right, maybe it's just me, but it sounds like Nina Turner got offered that spot and turned it down, because she said by Monday she had made her decision. So if her decision had been yes, then she would have been announced as the vice president candidate for the Green Party. So it sounds like this ball was in Nina Turner's court, and she decided to pass on this.
Disappointed, some say disrespected. In Philadelphia, you were supposed to introduce Senator Bernie Sanders, his name in nomination. You say the Clinton campaign blocked that from happening?
Yes, Roland, that is true. I had a conversation with the senator, and not to go into all the details of what he told me in a private conversation, but that was just the bottom line. It didn't happen. I'm so glad that my sister, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, got a chance to do it. But it was a little disheartening. I'm also told that there was a video that the senator wanted to play that had my image in it, and they refused to allow that video to be played. It was me, Tulsi, and also Killer Mike prominently displayed in that video as well. So that's just a little petty, but I'm going to move on and continue to fight, and I continue to say that I'm from the Shirley Chisholm wing of the Democratic Party, unbought and unbossed, or maybe it's better to say I'm from the Fannie Hamer part of the Democratic Party. But I'm going to stay in, Roland. I'm going to keep fighting this good wrestle fight.
A lot of folks keep demanding that you endorse Hillary Clinton for president. And it seems as if that's some type of litmus test. First of all, do you believe that, from your vantage point, frankly, if you want to endorse, you can do so anytime between now and November?
Right.
Why the pressure?
I don't understand, Roland. I mean, especially since the candidate himself, the man with his name on the ballot, actually endorsed her. And not only did he endorse her, he said he's going to go throughout this country. He's been a man of his word in that. He said he would support the Democratic nominee, and he also said he wanted to do everything in his power to defeat Mr. Donald Trump. He actually said those words even before the endorsement. So I don't understand what the big deal is. Usually who one is going to vote for is personal, but I seem to catch every time I'm interviewed, people want to know who I'm voting for and who I'm endorsing. You know, I went hard out there on that campaign trail rolling, as you know, for Senator Bernie Sanders, but more so for the value proposition that he was standing up for. What I do endorse is making sure that the Democratic Party does everything that it said it was going to do in that platform, increasing the $15 minimum wage, taking marijuana off the federal Schedule I, protecting and expanding voting rights, which are still being, and I'm glad we had that win in North Carolina, but we have a long, long way to go, Roland. So I don't know why people get all caught up over the E word.
One of the things that also I think jumps out when we talk about this campaign, obviously Senator Sanders had significant support all across this country. And folks have talked about how do you move forward. Do you believe that Senator Sanders should take the organization that he built running for president and create another entity, not a third party, but create an entity, much like MoveOn.org, much like Howard Dean's organization, that will serve as an apparatus that could run other candidates for local office, for state office, or congressional races, but also hold whoever is president accountable, even if it is Hillary Clinton?
I do, and I think he's beginning to work on that kind of project. The Sanders Institute, him and his wife are organizing right now. And as we know, we could have the greatest president in the world, but, they can't do it alone, and they need strong people at all levels of government. And we need to bring that kind of pressure to bear. Unfortunately, we think loving somebody or supporting somebody means that we always have to agree, and you're vilified if you happen to have a thought that is different from the person that you supported or you worked hard for. This democracy can only become better, become greater, if that tension is there. And, to quote one of our strong abolitionists, Frederick Douglass, power concedes nothing without a struggle. It never has and it never will. So yes, Roland, I think he should do that. I think other organizations should crop up as well. I know that Democracy for America is really looking to give some technical support to some of the grassroots organizations that have been created because Senator Sanders ran for office.
All right, Nina Turner, we really appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, Ro.
All right, folks,
Now, I'm hoping that the next public office that she runs for is one of substantial power. All right, she was a state senator in the state of Ohio. She decided to run for the Attorney General position, and she lost. I believe that she is more than qualified for that position that she ran for, and I'm hoping that there's a possibility that she can run at the minimum for a House of Representatives seat, if not a seat of higher position. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of almost wish that she had accepted that position in the Green Party because, number one, I believe she's qualified for it. Number two, it would have been a historic position. She'd be actually the first black woman to be nominated for a vice presidential slot in America. Now, I'm going to also be honest. Jill Stein is not going to win. That's just it in a nutshell. But the symbolism of her accepting that position could not have been measured. But she made the right choice, and I think that she's going to be hyper effective not only through the rest of this year but going forward, and I think great things are in store for her.